horse-drawn buggy on your way to visit our railroad today. There's about 32,000 Amish people in the eastern half of this region. Their German and Swiss ancestors emigrated to Pennsylvania as early as the 18th century, and they devoutly practice a separate faith. Pennsylvania Dutch country is the fertile farmland of the plain. They believe in faith and hard work with limited reliance on modern conveniences. The average Amish farm is about 80 acres in size. They raise dairy cattle and provide produce in corn, wheat, rye, soybean, barley, and the famous Lancaster County broadleaf tobacco. But don't think they stop at farming. There are more than 2,000 Amish-owned businesses in this area, deriving their income from carpentry, painting, plumbing, and masonry. No matter the profession, home is the center of all Amish life and events. Even church services, which can have as many as 200 people, are held inside Amish homes. We do get a lot of questions about peaceful, hardworking neighbors, and believe me, they are integral to the heritage and vitality of our community. And though they live a separate lifestyle, they are very much involved in the local economy and public functions. Storms in our time. We've come a long way. We're happy to share that legacy with you today. Oh, in case you're wondering about the speed of our trains, the oldest timetable we've ever found for our short line was in the Strasburg PA newspaper dated August of 1852. We still follow that same basic schedule today, so I can tell you that we're traveling at a comfortable speed that is under 60 miles per hour. Way under 60 miles per hour. Preparing one of our steam engines for the daily service is not as simple as turning the ignition key. A coal locomotive can take up to 6 hours to fire up a product. This is done by gradually raising the temperature inside the firebox to increase steam pressure in the boiler. It's a process known as hot setting. Our step flows are inspection. A multitude of moving parts. Ensure the tenders cool and water for the day's journey. Do you believe in ghosts? I can tell you that I sure do. You see, many years ago, in the valley to your running right, there used to be a narrow gauge railroad, the Lancaster, Oxford, and Suffolk. We used to call her Little, Old, and Slow. The railroad was abandoned in 1918, and the scrappers took up the rail so quickly that they stranded old number 6 out on the line with no way to get back. Sometimes when we blow our whistle for Carpenter's Crossing, the ghost of old number 6 will answer us back. Now, listen closely. Maybe she'll answer us today.
Did someone say echo? Why, we pay that ghost $27.50 a day just to do that for us. That makes her the highest paid employee in our railroad. And nobody ever seen that ghost, but somebody keeps cashing those paychecks. Friends, right now we're approaching Strasburg's one and only bridge, the Pumpkin Mill Turnpike Bridge. If you don't mind, we'll ask you to lift up your feet. It takes the much-needed weight off these cars as we cross. This bridge replaces an older one to accommodate the railroad's growing stream of incoming freight traffic. Actually, the real reason that bridge was replaced was due to the Irish farmers' complaints about his mules and scraping their sides and hitting their heads. The bridge is now about 6 wheels wide and high enough that the mules no longer need to wear safety helmets.
The Strasburg station. We'd like to take some time to thank a couple groups that have joined us today. We'd like to welcome the Frank Group from Great Day Tours, joining us all the way from Cleveland, Ohio, along with the John Paul II Center. Thank you all very much for riding with us today. Strasburg yard. I'd like to thank everybody again for riding with us today on the Strasburg Railroad. A final safety reminder, as you pull up at the station, please wait until the train has come to a complete stop before leaving your seats and deboarding the train. Only leave on the station side only, and only leave on the portion where there is an open gate. Please do not attempt to open any of the gates yourselves. Please stay seated until the train has come to a complete stop in the station and deboard the train on the station side only. Again, we'd like to thank you all very much for riding on the Strasburg Railroad with us today. And next time you travel, consider taking the train. Next stop is East Strasburg Station. All change.